Welcome to Skyforge. Moose. That is a nice moose. After being invited to the beta this weekend by my.com, that's my.com, I hopped into Skyforge to see what all the fuss was about. As of writing this, Skyforge was number 3 on MMORPG.com's hype meter, only behind AAA MMO EverQuest Next and Kickstarter darling Star Citizen. So that's pretty darn impressive. Now, as I mentioned before, this game is in early beta, and some optimization still has yet to be done, so anything you see that may look a bit rough, like any frame rate issues, those will likely be fixed later. Starting off, character appearance customization isn't really in the game yet. At this point, all I could choose from was smaller buff guy, bigger buff guy, smaller skinny lady, and taller skinny lady. I would assume there's more options for this system coming in later versions of the game. You can also choose from a few costume items that won't affect your stats. I went with Super Robo Dude. Or at least that's what I'm calling them. Now, awesomely enough, there's no having to choose a class. In Skyforge, you can actually switch between classes at will. At this point, there were only 2 classes in the game. Paladin, a more tank-type class, and Cryomancer, a ranged DPS class. Progression is actually done on a more horizontal path, allowing you to use these orange thingies. I believe that's the technical term. You get from doing missions and quests to help unlock new nodes which give you additional stats. Skyforge is an action combat MMO, and I must say, it's pretty good looking. And unlike a lot of other action MMOs out there, it actually has combos. Your regular attack is done by left clicking, and with each consecutive swing, you can do a different combo by right clicking. You can actually see what all of your combos do on this screen here, and it seems you can also unlock new combos and skills as you go. As you get your enemy low on health, you have a finisher. As a paladin, mine was essentially disintegrating the enemy. As a cryomancer, I froze enemies into a giant block of ice, which disintegrated them. That one was a bit confusing at first. The questing I experienced in Skyforge was actually fairly non-linear. Instead of leading you from quest to quest, the game actually has a lot of area quests that you can do. That's not to say there aren't regular quests, there are actually quite a few, which also happen to be voice acted, which I always find to be a nice touch, but I pretty much ignored those and just did area quests. I find these a lot more fun than being led around. So I got to play Super God, Bug Exterminator, and I also killed some deserters, because talking is never the answer. Eventually I decided to go into an instance solo dungeon thing, where I killed a whole bunch of lizard thingies. Again, technical term. Every so often you'll come across a boss. The final boss actually had a pretty cool mechanic with these hands. Purple hands try to damage you, so you actually have to lead them into the boss to damage him. Yellow hands attempt to heal the boss, so you want to intercept them to heal yourself. It was pretty interesting. Also, have I mentioned, what the hell is that thing? Frankly, I enjoyed my time in Skyforge. The combat was fluid and smooth, the animation's fun to watch, and the combo system was pretty rewarding. I enjoyed having more area quests and less hand-holding linear quests, and I also liked the horizontal progression path. That being said, next time I'm gonna kill me some moose. Moose? Meese. Mooses? Whatever.